gonna make a little bit of a syrup here. So I'm gonna use this glass. You can use a smaller one, whatever. It's basically, this recipe is based on cups anyways. So I'm gonna go for 2 of these of sugar. Not full, but 1, 2. I've always put the sugar first because now we're gonna start adding the water. If you do it the other way around, if you do first the water. Hey, Dafty! Thank you. If you do first the water and then the sugar, it all gets stuck on the glass. So we're gonna go for 4 glasses. You can put 5 if you want, but I like mine to be this way. If you put 5, then it's gonna be a little bit more soft. But no. 2, 3. Hope it's gonna fit the 4. 4. Oh, just fit it. Ugh. I think last time I did it, I had a different there. Right. Now this we're making the little syrup there, so this is gonna carry on its own. But I always find that it's a good practice to just give it a little swirl for the sugar to start melting there without getting stuck on the bottom. As the water will warm up, this will break up, just to make sure it's not stuck on the bottom. Right. Now, some important things. I will not be looking at the chat in a little bit, because when we start doing this this cake, you really have to be on top of it. Like, you cannot afford to take your eyes off it. One of those things that you have to really focus on. You can very easily overcook it or burn it, lose it, you know, this kind of situation. So what we're going to do now is we need some olive oil. Recipe says a glass or a cup, so I'm not really going to go for 1 cup. I find to be too much myself. Now, the more oil you add, the more fluffy it will become, right? So, but there's also another problem. This is why I'm just going to go for half. I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is that if you overdo it, on the oil, it will become really fluffy, but the next morning, it will start dripping. The oil will start coming out from the cake, and your whole plate will start filling with oil. So, recipe says 1 cup, but I find it to be too much. So 3/4 would be ideal. I like mine to be a little bit more, I don't know what the word is, thick, steady. So in the syrup, I'm going to add some cinnamon on top of it, just on the top of the water there, just to flavor it a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Right, so now we have to wait for that to start boiling a little bit. It's already starting. I can hear it going bloop, 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 bloop. Now, this doesn't actually have to boil. We just need the sugar to melt. Right, and it will happen in a minute. So I'm going to turn on the oil. It needs a little bit to warm up. So now we have half a kilo, 500 grams of Cemolina. I think that's the translation of it. As soon as the oil warms up, we start doing it. We're going to add it in the oil, and we're going to start cooking it until it gets a nice little brown color. And when that's done, we're going to take the syrup or the metal sugar and the water, and we're going to add it on that. Now, here is something I want you to be really careful if you're ever going to do this. When you're going to add the watery part from the other pot, in this one, this will be on extremely high heat. So when you add the water, it's going to start splashing everywhere. I mean, like really everywhere. You need to be super careful not to burn yourself. Most likely, I will burn myself, and you will see it, and you will see the effects and all that. So, I'm telling you that in advance. It's the only hard part of this cake, in my opinion, is not to get burnt. So let's give it a second. It's gonna be interesting. Wouldn't How do you call this? Spatula? I don't know. Spoon? Come on, oil. Oh, don't use, also please, on this cake, do not use any other oil except of olive oil. It doesn't go very well. Alright, let the show begin. This is not gonna get what you call it? It's not gonna be. It's gonna be dry. You're gonna feel like you are stirring sand, like a little bit wet sand. And this is the hardest part because your hand is gonna get tired. You need to keep stirring like this. You cannot stop. It will burn. Also, both pots are on full power. I mean, you don't have to put a lot of strength to it, but you have to keep moving it, basically. Olive oil that because the other ones are very light as far as their molecular weight goes, to put it that way. It's not gonna come out the same, trust me. I tried it, that's what I'm telling you. Some you can use it, but definitely won't gonna have the same flavor and all that. Now we want to keep doing this. It's going to take a couple of minutes. I mean, my hand is already tired. Until it gets a nice browner color than this. Now, if you don't move it, maybe I don't want to leave it to do it as a test, but it can go black like really fast. I don't know, maybe we'll find a piece that might get too brown. So now we're cooking this. The syrup on the other one is warming up. This is really fast. I mean, if you have the ingredients, water, sugar, and semolina, and olive oil, you're done. I mean, we usually do have sugar in the house and olive oil. At least we do here in Greece. Most likely Italy, Spain as well. It's kind of like pretty much standard. Then you just need some cinnamon and just buy the semolina. You can always keep one in the house, just in case, you know, you have kids. Overall, it's oh, am I frozen? Oh crap. Yeah, I'm gonna take it off. Hold on. I had that problem in the morning. Good thing you said it. Good thing you pointed out, and I was looking. Go before this thing burns. I'm back. There we go. Life-size Fixxer figurine. Well, all these things, hopefully I'll be able to fix on this new overlay and everything. This has to do with the fact that the cameras that I have in the kitchen, they're all attached with a USB cable, which is 10 meters each. It's kind of a bitch. Are we good now? Yeah, we're good. Thank you, Agudi. Yeah, we're gonna keep the name. I mean, but like I said, if you guys were following on Twitter, do it again. I kind of fucked up, so if you want to stay updated and all that. I mean, I usually put information in Discord, but Twitter is also helped if I am outside the house and all that. It's kind of a bit easier. So this now, I don't know if you can see the difference in the color in the camera, but is ready. So I'm gonna turn it off and keep doing it until my other pot is ready as well. I'm assuming you can see it's steaming. I think the color is good. This, I mean, here it is a little bit darker. You don't want it to go dark, dark, dark. As soon as it will change color again. Soon. Taking it off the heat there, just check this one. And we're gonna keep going with this for a few more seconds. Turning that one off as well. Just gonna leave it there. Just need a little bit more stirring. The pot is still warm. The cooker is still warm as well. Dark. Well, it has to, doesn't it? I mean, it's dark, isn't it? And this is the part I hate. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Eee. I don't know if you saw the bubbles, it was amazing. So now we're just gonna keep stirring this. What I need to get my little wood thing in, I usually have here. Take it off the heat and just keep doing this. Keep swirling, keep stirring. And as you do this, this is gonna start getting harder and harder. It's gonna start solidifying a little bit. I hope you guys can see it. Now, we could possibly cook this a little bit more and give it a darker color. No new fancy glitter rainbow name? No, I don't think so. Heck, I don't think we're gonna go for that. You see, it's starting to become a little bit more solid. Yeah, it's almost done. Like I said, the more you cook this, before you add the water, you can play with the color. You can make it as dark as you want. Today, I think we've made it a little bit lighter than the one I had on the photo last time. So I'll put it back on the heat because I didn't cook it as much as I did last time, so it needs a little bit more moisture to go out. And when it starts sticking a little bit more to the spoon, you're good. Yeah, now it's getting hard to actually do that. Then you need a little form, a silicone form or something like that to put it in there. Provide it. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I think I should have cooked the it a bit more, but it's not that it's not cooked, it's just a little bit brighter color. So depends the color you. Most people, like my mom and all that, would cook this a lot more. So I need to take the rest of it out. Gonna put this on the plate for me. I'm taking it out. I don't leave it in the pot because it's still really warm. It's gonna start getting more and more thick. There we go. This goes in here. Daft, we're done. If you tell me this is difficult to do, I'll shoot you. That's that. Now we need a plate. Does that fit? Yeah, it will fit. Now get a bigger one. Fuck it. Just to make sure. Okay, maybe I took it off a little bit too soon, but looks pretty. And we just remember we added some cinnamon in the thing. We're also gonna add some cinnamon on the top of it. And there we go. I think that's the most nice thing we've done so far. Like, it has a shape, you know? Although, it starts to spread up a little bit. I should have left it a little bit longer in the form, but I wanted to show it to you guys.